I want to have a real conversation. And that conversation is about the aspects of spirituality. Because there might be some myths that are keeping you stuck, frustrated, or even ashamed. And I want to go through some of those and talk about them. So here are 5 spiritual myths and what I've learned about them being on my own journey. Now, myth number 1 is that spiritual people never ever get angry. Apparently, we're always calm and grounded. Now, this one is quite a common one, and it's blatantly not true. Everybody has human emotions. Everybody feels anger and shame and grief. But that doesn't mean that you're not spiritual. Actually letting yourself feel that anger is needed. We have to process those emotions. And if you're trying to practice spirituality and you're denying yourself these emotions, that's another form of suppressing. You're not actually dealing with the thing that's there, but it doesn't make you any less spiritual for having anger or frustration. And actually the act of feeling those emotions is a deeply spiritual one. Putting that anger into healthy things such as boundaries or courage. Don't deny yourself that feeling. It's not worth it. And myth number 2. If it's hard, then it must not be aligned. Now this one can really hurt some people. Sometimes the path that we choose is not the easiest one, but it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. And it certainly doesn't mean that it's not aligned with you. Healing can bring up old wounds, and it can make you feel a lot of things. Things like setting boundaries might feel heavy at first, and learning to trust your intuition can often feel clumsy. But if something is challenging, that doesn't automatically mean that you're on the wrong path. And it might just mean that you're moving through some kind of resistance. Trust that you're meant to be. And if this path is particularly hard, just know that it is something that you're meant to work through and that you'll benefit for it on the other side of that. Myth number 3, you always have to forgive. Now, I like forgiveness. Forgiveness is an interesting one. And it can be something that is incredibly powerful. But I also believe that you can choose acceptance and distance without forcing yourself to forgive before you're actually ready. Sometimes all we need is a little bit of space, a little bit of time to process what has gone on, to really tune into how we feel. And sometimes healing is letting go and not necessarily letting someone back in. And you know what? That's okay, because forgiveness is an invitation, not necessarily a requirement. Myth number 4, a real reader never doubts themselves. Even intuitive people have doubts. Even healers can sometimes question whether they're on the right path. And that does not mean that you've lost your path. It just means that you're human. And that aspect is what's so crucial. It's what makes you good at what you do. You have that human side, that part that people can connect with. And it means that you care about your integrity and your accuracy. You care about how the other person might feel. And you care about your own relationship with spirit, your own deeper knowing. Giving that space and time without any kind of pressure can massively help our development. So yeah, self-doubt, pretty normal. And myth number 5 is that you should never worry if you're manifesting correctly. Now, manifesting culture is absolutely beautiful. But a lot of people put so much pressure on themselves, worrying about, if I'm anxious, then I'll block what I'm trying to bring in, which in turn makes you more anxious. But that's not quite how it works. Your anxiety or your worry will not block the universe's plan, and it certainly won't block what is truly meant for you. You can still receive good things while working through human emotion, and a little bit of gentleness can actually create just the thing that you need. So if any of these myths made you feel less than, please just know that you're not failing, you're growing. And I want you to give yourself a chance with that. Spirituality is allowed to be real and imperfect. But which one of these resonated with you the most? Let me know down in the comments, or maybe you'd like to share another myth that you might have bumped into. I want to talk about it, so let me know. Thank you for spending time here with me today. I really hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you in the next one.